I'm in the studio joined by Katie Geraghty from Plymouth Literary Festival. Hello, Katie.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, actually. You're the event director for Plymouth Literary Festival. Tell us a little bit about your background. Why are you involved in things literary?
So I actually started studying in English literature here at the University of Plymouth, and I kind of went into that just purely because my family thought it was quite a universal degree, and it ended up being something I'm so passionate about, and I'm surprised I didn't think of it first because I've been reading since I could. And I studied that for 3 years and got my degree back in 2023. And after that, I went and moved over into hospitality, and I started working within events and realizing that that is something that I do enjoy. I like being able to put something out for people and know that they have a good experience from it. And I like dealing with the difficulties that come with that job. And then from there, I took a 3-month sabbatical to travel with my friends, and whilst I was out there, I sort of came up with the idea that maybe we need more literary events within our area, and that's something that we're missing out on. And like right now with the Go All In campaign that the government's bringing out, it's so important and the perfect time to kind of introduce kids to the idea that reading is so important, and it can also just be fun, and that whether it's reading it or writing it or any sort of area in books can be so amazing and so adventurous, and that if you're not enjoying reading, you're not reading the right books for you. And so from there I kind of wanted to figure out if we can do that and if that's something I could bring into the community. And my mum was the one who actually told me it's not a crazy idea and that you can do it however you want to do it. And from there it was pretty quick.
And your mum is well, when she's pretty good at organising things herself, isn't she?
She's amazing.
She's pretty amazing. So, speaking of, you mentioned you were on sabbatical. You were touring around Europe, weren't you? Did you see anything of literary festival type stuff or anything while you were travelling that actually sparked you to think, oh, hang on, why do we not do this?
There wasn't anything necessarily literary aimed completely. It was just that every country we went at kind of a perfect time. We went during Easter holidays, so we got to see all of these beautiful like religious community events going on, and the whole community does come together in the centre. And then we moved on to places like Austria and they have all of their festivals, and they bring up all of their tents and everything, and they just all come together and listen to the music of their culture, and just stuff like that made me realise that I know we do our Christmas fairs and all of that, but there's not actually that many events that can bring the literary community together, and I think that's something that's so important.
And there's quite a few writers in Plymouth, I know from just friends, that started up a couple of little writing groups, and they're very keen on doing that. And writing, reading, you'd think universal. Similarly, I can't remember when I was little. I can't remember learning to read, just kind of read. And I really count myself fortunate that I think Mum just always read to me, so I just read when I was little. And I know some people have challenges with that, but for folks who are really interested in literature and really interested in finding more for them to engage with, not been much around in and around Plymouth apart from maybe Waterstones or another bookshop?
No, not really. I mean, the closest bookstore that I've really gotten in touch with is still all the way out in Ivy Bridge, so it's not something you can just sort of pop out your house from here and go and grab a book. And they're an amazing store, and they do all of these monthly events and Matt at the store was so amazing and immediately got me in touch with as many people as he could. So I think the fact that every person that's got in touch with me or I've got in touch with in whatever regard has been so eager to get this off the ground and been able to help in any way they possibly can just shows that this is something that the community is hungry for and does need.
That's coming across in what you're saying, Katie, that it's for everybody. It's not a select group of people going to sit in a room stroking beards and smoking pipes and looking at poetry. No. I mean, this is for everybody, isn't it? And you mentioned children as well and how important it is for children. I know in terms of indicators of areas of difficulty in the city, reading is a huge one that can help to bring transformation of opportunities.
Yeah, completely. And it's been so amazing how many people I've been able to get in touch with that want to do such a variety of activities. It doesn't need to be that the child is going to sit down at this festival and just have to pick up a book and get on with it. We have fancy map drawing workshops that we've got. So it's not even just all sit down and write a book with us. It's, you get to come in and figure out how to draw fancy maps so that you can create all these beautiful worlds. And we've got puppet shows coming for the younger children, and then there's creative writing workshops just to feed anyone's interest that maybe don't even know how to start writing from a young age.
Well, maybe we'll take a break for some music. Let's come back and unpack a little bit more about what is actually going to take place over a whole 2 days. That's no mean feat, a 2-day event, Katie. So well done for having the idea. Like anyone who has an idea, you end up running it yourself. So a lot of empathy for you on that. We'll be back to hear more from Katie right after this. Back with Katie Geraghty talking about the Plymouth Literary Festival. Katie, we'll give this info out again, but give us the dates and the venue of Plymouth Literary Festival 2026.
So it's going to be held on Valentine's weekend. So it'll be on the 14th and the 15th, which is the Saturday and the Sunday in February of 2026. And it'll be running from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. at Portland Square on the University of Campus building.
Okay, so Portland Square, University of Plymouth campus. And if you don't even know where Portland Square is, that's fine. Just search it up on your internet search engine.
Right next to the church, just opposite of Switch and I don't know if it's Air anymore, but Skiving Scholar, that sort of little side of the street.
Yeah. You were a uni student at Plymouth, weren't you? Because you locate things by where the drinking holes were. No,
unintentionally.
That was unfair. Everybody does that. What's it near? It was by this pub or by that or by that.
Unfortunately, that whole street is just pubs really next to it. So
it's well, there you go. Let's move off that and onto the literary. Let's move back onto the literary topic. So 14th and 15th of Feb. That's a Saturday and a Sunday.
Yes.
10 to 4 both days. Is it free entry? Is it entry for anybody?
It is completely free entry. So if you look up our website www.plymouthLitFest.co.uk, we do have linking systems on all of our timetables, so you can kind of see which of our events are ticketed and which are just walk-in, but they are all completely free. That was the whole aim of this, was that we have this amazing facility as long as we can make sure that the whole community can attend for free.
That's awesome. And ticketed then, because the demand is likely to be high and you want to make sure you don't oversubscribe, I guess.
Just got to make sure you get a seat.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so kind of events that you've got going on then. Give us some highlights. Who's going to be there? What kind of things you're going to be doing?
We have got Jane Corry coming. She is a best-selling author, and she's going to be talking about how she got to the level she's at. We have a lot of local authors. We have Terry Green, who's written Redline, which is a crime novel with fast cars and everything you could love on that side. We have people coming to talk about like history of football and sports, so it's a bit of something for everyone. We've got I think currently 3 separate panels going on. We have a crime panel, we have a self-publishing panel, and then we have one on the invisibilities of women.
Okay. There's some meaty topics you can be getting involved in. Okay. So, that's just a flavour over the whole 2 days. 10 to 4 free event. You could just rock up and see what's happening as well. If you hadn't pre-booked anything, I guess you could just rock up, see what's going on the day, mooch around, get involved where you feel you can get involved. Would that be
fair enough? Course, there's something going on every hour. So no matter what time you rock up, there will be something going on that you can pop your head in. And if it's not for you, you can just head on out again, I guess. And we have a few different workshops. Those ones we do also encourage that you book in advance, just so you can get a spot in that one, because that one wouldn't ideally be a walk-in, just so that we can make sure you can get the full workshop with those authors. And again, event details on your website, which I know you said you had a great deal of involvement in putting together yourself, so well done for you on that. A 2-day event that you had the idea for while you were going around Europe, and event director carries with it an awful lot of you're doing most things, I should imagine. Team of volunteers with you? We do have a team of volunteers. We are also still seeking out volunteers, so all of the email details are on our website. So if anyone is an absolute book lover that wants to be there and get to take part in it and chuck it on their CV if there's any uni students, and that's something that we are looking for. But we do have an amazing team of people. I know I've roped my whole family into it already, so they'll all be there volunteering on the day. And then I have a lot of the people from Global Plymouth, which is a company that has actually helped me get this running, and they're doing amazing work for the community, so they're all going to be there helping as well. That's good. And on the day, have we got like catering on site, like coffees and teas and all that stuff? We do actually have a coffee van coming on the day currently, so they will have pastries and coffees. And then if you're wanting to head out, again, it is a completely walk-in and walk-out event. So we're luckily in the very heart of the city, so you can't walk more than 5 minutes without hitting a cafe or a restaurant or a bar.
Yeah, you can tell we're recording this at just before lunchtime and just after I've missed my morning coffee, because I'm like, coffee, give me coffee. So, when you said coffee van, I immediately smelt coffee. But anyway, there we go. So back to the plot. So 14th and 15th of Feb, free event, 10 till 4 on the Saturday and the Sunday. Bookings, would that be via Eventbrite if people want to book?
It is all via Eventbrite, yes.
Yeah, okay. But free even for the ticketed events. Katie, if you had one word of encouragement for anybody listening, said, look, this is why it's going to be great to get along, what springs to mind? What's in your heart that makes you think, yeah, this is why I want to do this?
I just think if you love books and you love reading and you love getting to sort of come together with friends and family, then this is exactly where you need to be coming, because there is actually something for everyone. If you're a couple on Valentine's and you need to get somewhere for the kids, we've got stuff for that. If you need to get a last minute gift for a loved one, if it's Valentine's Day, we've got something for that. And if you're a family, then there's 18 different rooms going on with all kinds of different activities. So there is completely something for everyone, and luckily we do get to make this free, so there's no excuse not to just pop your head in.
That's amazing. Well, nothing comes for free. Someone's paying a cost somewhere, so thank you to you and all your volunteers and anyone who's backing you for putting something so good together for the rest of us in Plymouth. Thanks a lot. Just one more quick one, the website address again, and we'll leave it on that, Katie.
It is www.plymouthLitFest.co.uk.
That's great. Katie Geraghty, thank you very much. Don't forget that then, folks. February 14th, 15th, 10 till 4, Portland Square, Portland Building at the Plymouth University. And be there or miss out. Don't miss out, just be there. Back to your regular programming. Thanks for listening.